Good day everyone. I welcome you guys to this trade review video on Ethereum USDT. You all are highly welcome. My name is Henry the Great, and if you're new to the channel, you're highly welcome to the channel. Okay, so this trade on Ethereum USDT is not something of the ordinary. It's not something new to us in the community. It's something that we'll see every month, every year, in regards to trading harmonics and trading range breakouts. So if you check on my channel, you're gonna see different videos of past trade reviews I've actually had in the past. I've done videos on US oil. I've done videos on BTC. I've done videos on GDP CHF. I've done videos on Euro GDP as well. So I've also done video before on Ethereum USDT. That was the video I did. This video. When we did this video, I think price was, let me check if I can rewind it. Yeah, price was on this key level. That was when we did this video on Ethereum. You can as well watch this video before watching this particular one right now. I'm going to drop a link to this video below this particular one. So I've done videos like this before. It's not something new. So what does this have to say? For me to be publishing videos with this type of risk to reward and with this type of trade, it means that it's working. It means that it's working. So, and if you pay attention, so if you're able to follow what we are going to discuss in this video, you're going to learn a lot of things. One thing about the trade review videos that it's an avenue where I share everything, both the strategy, the entry, and everything. I share every details in regards to the setup. Okay, so you are welcome to this. So we're going to start off. We're not going to waste much time on this video. Within 10 to 15 minutes, we are done with this particular review. Okay, so now for Ethereum is really heading to $4,000. Ethereum is heading to $4,000. Okay, and when Ethereum came down to $1,372, a lot of people were skeptical to buy Ethereum at that level. Okay. But then what really made us get interested, because we had a valid key level with a valid harmonic pattern. So let's look at that together right now. So we start off from the since Ethereum has had a lot of data, I might even start off from the monthly time frame, just to frame our narrative to what is going on in the market. Now on the monthly time frame, we saw an old low, yeah, that price came to. Then we also saw this old low that price also took out, and which is also a valid order block. Okay, now on the weekly time frame, we saw a valid key level, which is a key level of what? A key level of order block. A key level of rejection week. Okay, which is an old low, right? So we'll mark that out. So that is the key level we saw. And then below that key level, we also have a valid order block right here that price did not actually get to. Okay, so now we have gotten our key level, and then which is the most important thing. So we have our key level on the higher time frame. So we start to drop down to the lower time frame to start to see if we have any kind of harmonic pattern into that key level. Okay, so now I started looking at the price structure. First of all, I looked at this. Because of this retracement, you can't actually get anything here. So the first thing I always do when I'm trying to mark out my harmonic patterns is that I always use the path to draw out all the retracements and all of that. So we are looking out for M pattern. We're looking for an M pattern. Since we're looking to buy, so we look out for M pattern, any of the M patterns or harmonic patterns. Okay, and if you join the community, you're going to learn about the harmonic patterns, all of them, because it's a very advanced methodology. It's not something that you can just use one simple video to teach. So you have to be able to calm yourself down and learn it very well. So we're looking for M pattern of this form so that you can be able to buy. So it's a strategy that you buy low and then you sell high. If you're trying to sell, we look out for what? For W pattern. Okay, any of the harmonic pattern, either the cipher, shark, butterfly, or deep crab or whatever. So that is just that about this video. So if you watch the US oil trade, you're also going to understand more about harmonic patterns. Okay, so I saw this particular structure. So what I did have to now do is to measure the what I have to now do is to measure the harmonic pattern to know if it is valid or not. Just to measure the structures to know if it is a valid harmonic pattern or not. That's just it. So if we measure the pattern, we now know which of the harmonic pattern it takes. And from the picture of the harmonic patterns it is, we can now be able to know how to set our target and all the rest of them. Okay. And it's very, 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 very important. So what we'll have to now do is to pull out a Fibonacci retracement tool. We'll pull out a Fibonacci retracement tool to actually look at this level. Now, another secret is that whenever price drops to a key level, okay, and you can see that price has been selling here for a very long time. Let me see if I can be able to bring out. Yeah, price has been selling here for a very long time. You can see we have this day sell, this day bearish, this day bearish, this day bearish. Now you can see that this one was what a bullish was candle. So catching a swing reversal is even very simple. If you have a valid key level, all you have to now do is to wait for price to get to that key level and wait for a daily close. That's another thing. Wait for a daily close in the direction you are trying to do, or to buy or to sell. If you wait for that daily close, you know that, okay, yes, we'll have a very good bullish candle on the daily time frame, meaning that price is getting ready to do what, to reverse. And you can see that after that daily close, we'll have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 2 weeks. Up to 2 weeks, price was just there, ranging. And after that, what? Expansion, range, expansion, range, manipulation, expansion, range, expansion. So you can see how price is actually, doing all of that. And it's very, very important that we look at all of these things whenever we are trading. Okay. So now what we'll now do is to pull out a Fibonacci level to take the measurement to know which of the harmonic pattern it takes. Now, use of retracement tool. First of all, I started from this low. This comes with practice. It comes with practice. So when I tested that low, I got 0.5 here. Okay. I got 0.5 here at this key level. I got 0.5. You can see that. Then if you come down here, you can see that this is outside the range, which is 1.618. I was actually looking at that particular one, but then I was like, okay, fine, let's see what will happen there. Okay. So since we have a key level here, let me see if I can be able to frame this my harmonic pattern that I'm trying to identify to know if 1.618 can actually come very close to that key level, very close. And I'm glad if it can be able to do that. Now, you can see that this is where we are, and you can see how price tested at 1.618. At that key level, you can see it tested what? 1.618 at that what key level, just at that key level there. It tested it, and that's the sphere we got that reversal. And if we look at the let me just do this one right now for you guys to see. Let's add 0.618. Great. And if you look at this one, you can see that this one is closer to 0.618 and 0.5, which is still was very much what valid. Okay. So that is that about the setup. So I was happy, I was great. I was like, okay, fine, this is looking very sharp and it's looking very, 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 very good. So since I've gotten my key level, I've gotten my value harmonic pattern, all I now have to now do is to use my SABCD tool and then map out that location, because we have a lot of price movement here. For you not to be confused and for you not to be distracted with everything that's happening here, you have to have an area of focus. I always say this in all my videos. Always have an area of focus, which is very, very important, because you can see what this SABCD tool does to our vision on the chart. It has cleared out all the noise, and you can look at this pattern is making a lot of sense right now. So you have an area of focus, and it helps you to be in sync with the trade. Okay, so now what we are waiting for is what? Entry, which I'm going to talk out right now, but there's nothing here. So we have different types of entry models that we use. We have the structural entry models. We also have the range breakout entry model. It's just the same thing. So all we have to now do is to wait for structure shift on the lower time frame, or wait for our range breakout. It's just that simple. Now, first of all, on the 4-hour time frame, that very day, if you go down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we had what? If you come down to the 4-hour time frame, you can even see it clearly right here. You don't even need to go down to the lower time frame, because already except the structure is not visible on the on the higher time frame, that's when you can go down to lower time frame. But in the case where the structure is visible on the higher time frame, there is no need of going down to lower time frame. You can say like this was a high that was taken out, market structure shifts, right? Great. And this is what? A sweep. So we don't even need to wait for inducement anymore. Watch my previous videos. I talked about this type of entry model. We don't need to wait for inducement anymore because we have what? What is sweep? So we'll have a sweep and then we'll have what? A break of structure, a market structure shift. So we don't need to wait for any kind of inducement because already the price are taking inducement, price are taking liquidity as well. So we now buy or sell from the what available what order block, which is here. Okay, this bearish candle, the wick of the candle, yeah, that is our entry. It's just that simple. It was just that simple, and that was just it. That was just it. So now, what happens if you miss this entry? What happens when you miss this entry? And you can see that all we have to do is to wait for price to trade above the 50 moving average to confirm this reversal. That is this. One thing about Harmonic is that you don't necessarily need to wait for price to trade or to start to trade in the opposite direction for you to take the trade. Reversals, Harmonic patterns are the patterns that can predict the turning point of every asset. So it is a strategy that you can buy low and sell high, regardless of the current structure at the moment. It is when you are trying to now take your entry, that's when you can start considering structural shift. But if you're trying to pick out the pattern, you don't need to consider the structure. Just pick out the pattern and wait for structure shift. Just the way this particular setup came. A lot of people were skeptical to even buy from here because at the end of the day, market is bearish, right? That is it. Market is what? Is bearish. So there is no need of, us looking at for entry for buy. But then Harmonics tells us that even though market is actually bearish, not that one, even though market is, guess it's this particular one, even though market is bearish, we have a Harmonic pattern which has the tendency to change the direction of the market entirely, and that was what happened. So if you are still having less confidence in trading Harmonic pattern, this review videos will give you more confidence for you to be able to stay locked in, right? So now what about the target? The target are liquidity points. You see all these liquidity points, they are what? Our targets, all these highs. If you watch that video before I posted here, if you watch this video, you can see that when price got here, this particular key level, we had a temporal sell. When price got here, we had a temporal sell, okay? And that sell, I was able to catch one of them, not this particular one. Yeah, I was able to catch this particular one on the 1 hour time frame. It was a sharp pattern, a very sharp pattern. I was able to catch this particular trading opportunity and full TP was hit. And then we also had another pattern there, which is actually the swing pattern, which of course, I know that there is no way we are going to have that full swing, probably at 0.5. That's when we're going to take full profit. And that was what happened there, okay? Full profit was taken out at 0.5 of this shark. Can see price came there and that was what we got with a reversal to the upside. And this is where we are right now on Ethereum. So now, let's say, for instance, you are not able to catch all of this. You're not able to catch this entry. You're not able to catch these reversals and all the rest of them. What will you do? All you have to now do is that since we have established a swing structure in the opposite direction, all you have to now do is to use range breakout to catch this type of entry. Now, I've showed you guys how to use structural shift to catch your entry, which is one of our entry models. We'll have other entry models: market structure shift, break of structure, inducement liquidity, breakout block entry, or other block entry. Then we'll also have the sweep of liquidity, market structure shift, and breakout block entry. And then we'll have our range breakout entries, which you can use to catch continuation trade. And one thing about range breakout is that you don't need to start targeting the target of the Harmonic patterns, because you might be on the trade and you will also take a loss if you don't take your profits. So if you are trading range breakout, which is the buyer's exhaustion range or seller's exhaustion range breakout, you shouldn't hold the trade for long. Use 1:2, use 1:3, because at the end of the day, you're not able to catch the Harmonic swing. So there's no need of you holding trade for a longer time if you are using the range breakout continuation trade. Okay. For instance, this particular trade right now on Ethereum, okay, which is about 1:17 hour, okay. You don't need to start using range breakout to be able to hold trade for this long, because at the end of the day, price might actually come down to take you out. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame and see how many range breakout entries we have had trading this setup, okay. Now, when price broke out of this level, your range breakout at 1:3, 1:2. You don't need to hold it for a longer time. So let's look at what happened there. Now, first of all, when price dropped here, our first range was this one, which is a huge one. I'm going to ignore that. I'll pass. This is a range. Let's look at it on the 4 hour time frame. Let's look at it together on the 4 hour time frame. Let's see if there's any kind of range breakout entry that we had here on the 4 hour time frame. This was a range, but then I'll pass because of the length of this bearish candle. Okay, this is another range breakout. This is your entry here. 1:3, you close, or you can hold. Since price is still very close to entry price, you can hold. This is the one you can actually hold. Now, this is a range breakout. That is what? Bullish range breakout, which is seller's exhaustion range. If you don't know, you can as well join us to learn it very well. So we'll have what? Seller's exhaustion range breakout, which is a good entry, and you made profit, which is in line with the EMA. Okay. We also have another one here too. Bullish range breakout also. We had another bullish range breakout here, which it have got. So 1:3, 1:3. You made profit, and then if you can't catch them on the 4 hour time frame, you can catch them on the what? On the 1 hour time frame. You can catch them on the 1 hour time frame. Okay. And one good thing about range breakouts is that since you're not holding for a longer time, you can also take opposite of it. Okay. If you catch based on key level as well, if you can't catch them, you can take the opposite of it. It's just that simple. So that is one thing about range breakout entries. I'm trying to see if there's anyone here on the 1 hour time frame as price was progressing. So these are how you can catch continuations if you miss the trade. If you miss the setup, this is how you can catch your continuation trade. Okay. Okay, so we have one here, range breakout entry, bullish range breakout entry. Okay, I'm trying to see. We also have, because of this one, it's not valid. Okay, so these are how you can catch your entries, and it's just that simple. We also have another one here too, range breakout entry, bullish range breakout entry. So that is how you can catch your continuation trade. 1:2, 1:3, just close because you didn't catch the swing. So there's no need of holding trade for a longer time because price can come down and take you out. And that is how we wrap up this trade on Ethereum USDT. So I've discussed about the setup, which is based on Harmonic patterns and key level. I've discussed about entries, which is based on market structure shift and entry based on other block. I've also talked about how to also use range breakout entries to catch continuations in line with price action if you miss the entries. I've covered everything. Then target our liquidity points, which is here, this point, and the final target is this high, which is 0.886. So now, what do we have to where do I think Ethereum is heading to? Okay, now I have this setup here, which I'm not going to be taking it right until I see a very good bearish close on Ethereum. Okay, now if we look at it from, let me close this a little bit. Let me on the switch on the key levels. Just as how we picked out that this trade, just as how we picked out this trade right here. Now, if you come here, what do we have here? We have what? This key level, which is an old high. Price have already taken it out. We also have this key level here, which is also an old high. Price is here to get to this point. I've identified key levels, and they also have another key levels here, which is also old highs. Of course, rejection week, this one also is an old high. That price is here to get to. Okay, so these are what key levels in the market which I have identified. So what is the next thing I need to now do? The next thing I need to now do is to go down to the lower time frame to see if there's any kind of harmonic pattern into that key level. It's just that simple. Okay, it's just that simple. It's just to see if there's any kind of harmonic pattern into that key level. And then I was able to see one anyway. Okay. And that is what we call the this is a cipher pattern. Now this one was 0.786, but then you can see that 0.786, we didn't get a bearish close on that. And then the next level right now is 0.886, and which price is currently at, okay, and which aligns with this key level of what an old high rejection week. So this particular key level is off. I'm going to remove that because price have actually tested that off. So this is where we are right now. Okay, this is where we are right now. So we are going to look at what happens here as price progresses. Now you can see that it's just that simple. I'm not even doing anything. All I have to do is wait for daily close and come and check Ethereum. Do we have a very strong bearish close? No. No entry. It's just that simple. If we have, okay, now go down to lower time frame to see if there's any kind of structure shift. This may liquidity, break of structure, market structure shift. Then look at the 4 hour, look at the 1 hour to see if there's any kind of range breakout entry. It's just that simple. Just that simple. It's just that simple. There is nothing. So this will bring us to the end of this video on Ethereum USDT trade, and I hope you guys gained something from this video. If there's no other thing you're able to gain from this, like you're able to gain how to mark out your key levels and then how to pick your entries based on market structure shifts. Okay, and then how to also catch continuation using range breakout entries. It's just that simple. So I love you guys, and I'm also have other videos like these are coming up. I have videos on Euro GDP. I'm going to do that within the week. I also have videos because it's the same thing as well. It is the same thing also. Let me even check that there as well. It's the same thing also for Euro GDP. It's the same thing. We caught a buy from here to this point. So I'm going to do that video. I don't know if it's this particular one. Yeah, it's this particular one. So I'm going to do the video and then release it to the channel as well, so you guys can as well watch to learn. So that's all for this video, guys, and I love you guys and I wish you guys all the best. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and then till then, bye for now. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. People from United States, people from India, people from UK, people from Nigeria, people from Ghana, people from Uganda, people from Kenya, people from South Africa, people from all over the world, any country, Ghana, anywhere at all, join this channel. I will appreciate that, and I really appreciate that. And if there's anything that you're having difficulty in trading, please reach out to the community. There's a link for you to join the community at a very, very, very discounted price. I'm not even putting a price tag on that. The price tag is just as giveaway. We just want to make sure that you have a skin in the game. That's why I'm attaching a price to it, but it's something that it can afford. We have a lot of good things for you in the community. You have access to the strategies, you have access to learn from people, you have access to learn the strategies very well, you have access to trade opportunities, you have access to so many things, insider information on prop trading and on other giveaways and other stuff you can have access to when you join the community. So I love you guys and I wish you guys all the best, and bye for now.